It was like Pele and Carlos Alberto goal in that World Cup final, wasn't it? But he did it himself because he's better than Pele. You know, Pele just taps it a couple of yards. Umtiti pumps it in.
Dear Mother. Sorry, Mrs. Isak. It's me, Alexander. I'm so sorry about leaving you so suddenly to join my new club in Madrid, but if you get hungry, there's still some leftover cat food in the cupboard. If you can reach it anyway. The goalkeeper from Mallorca certainly couldn't reach my goal 2 weeks ago. Sorry. I know you don't like hearing about my football, but at Atletico Madrid, we're not allowed to talk to each other at all, and I've just got to tell somebody. Oh, I hate it here, Mother. Sorry, Mrs. Isak. The manager, Mr. Cowley. He seemed very nice at first, but as soon as I signed, that's when the torment began. He's a monster. I shouldn't even be writing this letter to you now. If Mr. Cowley found out, well, you know what happened to Felipe. You can still smell the blood in the changing rooms. I hate it here. I wish I was back in Sweden with you, Mother. Sorry, Mrs. Isak. I have no friends here. Even when I score, nobody comes over to celebrate with me. Mr. Cowley says I shouldn't score goals. He says that's selfish. It takes the limelight away from my teammates. And every time I score, he forces me to eat a whole chocolate cake in the dressing room in front of everybody. Well, it's a step up from your cat food, Mother. Sorry, Mrs. Isak. Mr. Cowley is a big drinker. He's taken the slogan, "Never Stop Believing," to a whole new level. He drinks a whole bottle of rum during the first half of every match, and then God knows what follows. Against Villarreal, for his halftime team talk, he just danced naked to the entire Grease megamix before vomiting in my new football boots. We came into the dressing room one day, and he was wrestling the club mascot on one of the physio beds. And just like you and Uncle Lars were doing one Christmas. Although Uncle Lars was a lot hairier than Indy the raccoon, and Mr. Cowley didn't give me 200 krona to keep it a secret. One positive thing is that because he's so drunk, he thinks that I'm Luis Suarez, and that's why he picks me for the team. I don't mind. I even managed to get a goal against Villarreal too. However, the downside is he gives my goal bonuses to Luis. In fact, now that I mention it, I still haven't been paid a single penny since I've been here. This could be my last letter for a while, as paper is becoming a luxury. He magically remembered I was on the pitch when we conceded a late equaliser, and I had to mop the pitch for a whole week after that. But that didn't stop me away at local rivals Getafe. I managed to score an early goal to put us 1-0 up. And I saw Mr. Cowley running down the touchline to celebrate with me. Finally, had I won his approval? But as he got closer, I realized that he wasn't beating his chest in celebration. He was primed to attack me, and he was carrying a small baseball bat. It's a good job I'd scored so early that he was sober enough to calm down. But after Getafe equalized, he went berserk. And I was in two minds about whether to score when I was through on goal later in the match, so I strayed wide, and my plan was to run it out of play. But just like Mr. Cowley instructs in training, somebody tried to break my legs. Penalty. The usual penalty taker was Luis Suarez, and sadly, that meant me. As bad as scoring would be, when Louis missed that penalty earlier on in the season, he was never the same after a day in the tiger pit. So I nestled the ball into the net and ran off to the fans. But I wasn't celebrating, Mother. Sorry, Mrs. Isak. I was begging for refuge amongst them. In the Champions League next for a trip to Salzburg. I arrived late, as Mr. Cowley said I couldn't board the plane, as it was selfish to steal somebody else's air miles. But that didn't stop me flying through the air to score the first goal. 6 goals in 4 games. You have to admit, despite his methods, he's getting the best out of me. Right back soon, Mother. Sorry, Mrs. Isaac. I love you, Mother. Sorry, Mrs. Isaac. Love from Alexander.
Okay, it's match day 8 and we are back, and Barcelona have already played their game. They lost to Osasuna. And Osasuna, we're going to be taking on Barcelona. But first, Sevilla, we're gonna beat ya. Trippier, Felix. Oh, that. Ooh. Rakitic. Well done, Lodi. Llorente. Carrasco. Come on. Could do with a good start here. Lodi. Why did he pass it back there? I'll tell you why, because it looks like he's a genius. Or is he just messing around? You never know with these players. Isak! Oh! Faith repaid. Your boy Isaac is turning into a world beater under the guidance of your boy. And what a goal it was. Lodi, messing around. That's what we do. We mess around, but we get the job done. Couldn't clear his lines again. do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. He's onside, referange. Can't believe it. Absolutely can't believe it. Isaac, you beast. Beast! I have got one eye on Barcelona though, so might have to make a few changes. Coquet. Isaac's there again. Thought he could have hat-trick. And Griezmann tracking back. Going on, Titty. It's it. What a goal that was. Just stood there. Just waiting. I don't really know what to do with the ball. Gonna curl it in. The side netting. What a goal from Un-Atlético. And my 2 personal signings on this file, scoring the goals. Look at this. It was like Pele and Carlos Alberto goal in that World Cup final, wasn't it? But he did it himself because he's better than Pele. You know, Pele just taps it a couple of yards. Un-Atlético pumps it in. Go on, lad. Oh. Gerent. Griezmann. Oh, he should have scored. Coca-Cola. No sponsorship. Okay, again. And there it is. Alexander Isak is the best player on the game. I think that's 9 goals in his last 5. 2 headers today. I don't know what to say, ladies and gentlemen. Little Pedro's coming on. If this goes sour now, though, I will quit the file. So, please, Pedro. Pedro's got it. It's it. Please score, Pedro. Go on, boy. Oh my God. Little turn. Back heel. All started from little Pedro. Oh, it's nice when Trippier scores. Because he knows me. We understand each other. Same language, yeah? The language of winning games. The language of dominating teams. The language of being top of the league. All too easy for Trippier, really. Got hair on this game. Black hair. Which, I mean, Atletico Madrid 5. Sevilla 0. Are we the greatest team on the planet? XG was 1.67, but XG doesn't factor in the fact that Isaac can score from wherever he wants. I'll see you for the Barcelona game.